All right. Today's episode is sponsored by Apex Protein Snacks. As you can see here. What you think, Vaughn?
Dude, they're good too.
They got us hooked up. So these are backcountry jerky and meat sticks. High protein, low sugar products to carry you further and keep you going longer. Hashtag food fit for adventure.
You know, the cool thing about them is each purchase, a portion of that goes to the kids and outdoors. You can find them at apexproteinsnacks.com.
So another cool thing about this show sponsor today is we got two guys today. One of them is actually a guest. So we got the guys from Joe Millionaire here today, Mr. Kurt Sowers and Stephen McBee. Stephen McBee owns Apex Protein Snacks.
Yes, he does.
I've been getting them from him since 2020. We connected during that time through a mutual friend. So him and Kurt were kind enough to jump on the podcast today. So me and Vaughn are excited, man. Vaughn wasn't too aware of these guys prior to, but he's done some research. And
I did my research.
I mean, we got a bromance. They got a bromance. So
yeah.
It's easy.
I want to be on Joe Thousandaire.
Dude, I don't know if I can even stretch that right now.
Joe Hundredaire.
If we get more sponsors, we may be able to do Joe Thousandaire.
Maybe we can just do Joe's got a bank account.
Yeah. Joe's got a Lone Star card.
Joe eats canned foods.
Yeah, no kidding. So these guys, Apex Protein Snacks, these are our show sponsor today. I'm excited to get these guys on. I mean, we watched the show. Me and Crystal watched the show every week, being connected to Steven, which was cool, and then follow along and talk to him on social media while he was on it. Kurt as well. I connected with him. So doing that, you know, it was pretty neat to watch the show. You're a little more invested when you know somebody. You know, I don't know him well. I never met the guy, but we talk a lot. I mean, he seems like a normal, chill dude. So it seems like we've been friends for a long time. But so yeah, he sent this over. They are our proud show sponsor today, and man, I'm excited to get this one started. What you think?
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Should be a fun time. So we'll kick into the intro.
Awesome.
What up, guys?
What's going on? How are you guys doing?
Good, man.
Awesome, man. Glad y'all could join us.
Y'all are pretty.
Yeah.
Y'all are.
Appreciate you guys having us on. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's been a while since we've done one of these.
I'm about to say, I know right after the, I think I was like right after the show ended, I seen y'all did a couple radio shows and talk show kind of things.
Yep. We got pretty good at it, too.
We did, yeah. We were finishing each other's sentences, and yeah, we had some pretty good ones going.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, we have from Joe Millionaire. This was early this year, right? It came out.
Yeah, it was January.
Okay, we've got Stephen McBee and Kurt Sowers here, the two guys that were living out my dream, dating 20 women.
It's not that
sorry,
fun.
Crystal.
No, it's really not. It's actually, we said it's every man's dream until you live through it, and then it's kind of a nightmare, actually.
Yeah.
Well, it was fun for us. We could watch the train wreck without having to live it, you know?
That's exactly what it was the entire time, basically.
Yeah, so funny story. I was telling Vaughn, I said I kind of connected with you through our mutual friend Micah in 2020. And then, so we kind of started, talking through their social media. And then I remember I text you like your birthday. I guess it was in September, right? September sometime.
Yep.
I text you and like you didn't answer until like a day or two later. You said, "Hey man, I'm sorry. I'm doing a TV show on Fox, and they don't let me have my phone much." And so, then I said, "Well, just let me know whenever you can finally tell me." And then that's when I seen commercials come out later on for freaking.
Oh no, shit, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. See, y'all connected prior. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So I knew him prior. We were talking some back and forth. That's when he started the Apex Protein, and he'll send me those Apex Protein snacks.
Okay.
And so that's kind of how we started talking. And then that happened after, which was funny because we watched these shows, me and my wife, like Bachelor, Bachelorette, and then the Joe Millionaire with, quasi knowing who Steven was. It just made us that more invested, And then I connected with you on IG as well,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite the experience going into it. I didn't know Kurt from Adam, obviously. We showed up. We had to go through a 7-day quarantine, and then we finally met each other. It would have been day 8, the evening of day 8. And, yeah, by that point, we were so ready to see people and just get this thing going. We ended up talking and drinking for like 4 hours that night before the women even showed up.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. I remember watching that first one. It was crazy. I don't know if you watching the episodes yet.
I did. So when Dale told me that we were going to get on with y'all, I'm like, yeah, I'm so not a TV person. So I did a crash course today. Yeah, I basically had to take off work to watch Joe Millionaire.
That's funny.
Hey, Kurt, he knows everything about you now, dude.
I do, dude. I do, man. I saw you were in construction. I'm like, dude, I already like this guy. I'm in the same thing. So.
Oh, are you? Nice.
I am.
I think that's why we did all right. We resonated with a lot of men out there, a lot of men that are getting drug in to watch these shows with their wives, on a Monday night. So kind of played in our favor.
Yeah.
It's funny when we're out, especially when we're together, it's always the husband that comes up and introduces himself to us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's always the dudes.
I didn't watch it with my wife today, so it was kind of weird, but I liked it.
They always ask to touch Kurt's hair. Can I touch it?
I know.
He's got great flow, man.
He got the flow, man. You cut you cut it off, dude. It was longer.
Man, I cut a lot of it off, actually. Yeah. Oh shit, I got a McBee hat on too.
Yeah.
Oh, look at see. I need the McBee farm hat, dude. Or the McBee car wash or McBee massage parlor, whatever y'all got. Y'all got all kinds of stuff going on.
I got you. I'll send you out the car wash and the farm hats. We've got the branding down on the swag side.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least we know what y'all's last name is.
Yeah. If you didn't know before, my last name is McBee. It's only in every company I have, basically.
Yeah.
You're like that guy from that movie, The Proposal, where like he does everything in the city, Yep.
Oh.
You're like everything. He does it all.
It's so funny too. These their family's hilarious. Man, first time I ever went out there to the farm, they got 5 matching trucks, all McBee farm and cattle trucks, and then they got the logo. The logo is literally on everything they own. It's great though. They got on the helicopter, the trucks.
It's a real life Yellowstone.
It is.
Yeah, just a little bit.
In Missouri.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, showing the real showcase of the farm and ranch side. It's a little bit, we talk about it, especially with my dad, though. We wish that we didn't have the logo on his truck or anything that he has because, he's got a little more road rage than any of us. And driving down the road, he's running people off of it when they're pissing him off, and he's got our logo slapped on the side of his truck. We said we need to take it off his truck.
Yeah, he's no longer. He can't have the last name on there.
No. He needs to go indiscreetly.
Dude, I'm not going to ask much about the show because I've seen y'all. I know I've asked or answered a bunch, but the funniest thing I remember watching was whenever they had I remember texting you about it was when I did the hometowns. One, you show up on a freaking $1 million combine. They're like, they don't even. This guy's broke,
Yeah.
And then you're at the dinner table and they all got their Range Rover, whatever they got, driving in front. And they all got Rolexes on, and that's just funny, man.
Yeah, if there was, thankfully these women were all from the city, and so they had no idea about anything farm related. They didn't know anything about combines. They didn't know anything about ag ground or anything. And then we told them the house that we were in was a community center for our little town. So, and they went right along with it. They had no idea.
I say the same thing to all my friends.
Yeah. My roommate and her 2 kids.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
Kurt, how's your life been, man, since everything?
Man, it's been going. Honestly, it was a lot of stress during the show as it was airing. It's funny when you got all that attention on you and everybody, trying to DM you this, that, and the other. You're trying to keep up with that. And man, I'm a small business owner. I'm an owner operator for my construction company. I'm finally getting to the point where I'm growing. But hell, I was trying to grow my business, just keep my head above water as the thing is airing, and then I'm trying to keep this persona. And so, I'm glad that it ended and that I got a little break to breathe here over the summer. But I gotta say, me and Steven are both kind of itching to do something again.
Yeah. for sure.
Joe Millionaire too.
That's right.
Bro Millionaire.
Yeah, actually, we talked about it. We're like, well, we are single again. We might as well go back and give it another shot, or not.
Let's go, boys.
No, we think we got some legs with something, man. We want to pitch a Bro Millionaire, kind of keep it going, and more so focus on kind of the industries we're in, and then a bit of our social life.
Well, you are the best dressed construction guy I've ever seen. I'll tell you that.
Thank you.
It is unbelievable, actually. During the entire show, we had a stylist, full-time stylist, and
trash.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they
He's a Gap hoodie.
Like halfway through the show, they kind of pushed him aside, and they were like, "Kurt, will you pick out Steven's outfits?"
Yeah, well, I had a question written down. I was like, how well has your wardrobe changed since becoming friends with Kurt? Because I know he's always got a nice fit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we, I didn't own a pair of skinny jeans. Now I've got these zip-up boots that can, when you wear skinny jeans, they don't go all the way out and make that giant poof at the bottom of your jeans. So it's changed a lot, actually.
You're growing up for us.
Yeah, it's changed subtly, Fashion is a very personal brand.
Yeah.
You can't wear boots with cargo shorts, Steven.
Yeah, I know that. I used to wear actually shorts with like big rubber boots whenever I was around the farm, and it was like I was in mud, but it was too hot.
Well, you're working,
jeans.
man.
Yeah, exactly. It's a farm outfit.
That's funny. So, so how did y'all manage to? I mean, I know you're CEO of your respectively of each of your businesses. So how was that? How long were y'all going for?
6-7 weeks, wasn't it, Kurt?
Okay.
I think with the quarantine, it was almost 8 weeks.
Yeah, it may have been. It was a long time. Like there was in one of the conditions Kurt and I both talked about with Fox. Generally, like in any of these shows, The Bachelor, any of these dating shows, your phone is gone the entire time. Whether you're the lead of the show or you're just one of the cast members. And going into this, we talked to Fox. We're like, there is absolutely no way you're going to take our phone away for 8 weeks. We are literally the owners of our respective companies, and we're going to go back to being homeless after this if we don't have our phones. So, yeah, they gave us our phones. They promised me, whenever I was talking about this to them on the front end, 3 to 4 hours a day. In all reality, what did we get them, Kurt? Like 6:30 in the morning to like 8, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, we were maybe got 2 hours, if that. I mean, it was normally about an hour, and then they'd always be like, yeah, you can check it at lunch. Hell, we would never be anywhere close to our little guest house, anytime during the day. They had us just drug all over the place. It's brutal being the leads of those.
It's a lot of work.
Those shows.
Yeah. It was
I can imagine.
It was like 15, 16-hour days, legitimately. So we woke up every single morning. We had our phones from 6:30 to 8 in the morning. From 8 to 9:30, we were trying on outfits. For every 30 outfits we'd try, we have to take a photo, send it back to Fox in LA. They would either approve or deny the outfit, and out of 30, they would approve 3. And so then we'd go straight.
They never approved anything for Steven, too. This man, this man was so frustrated, and mine was always like first one. They're like, yeah, that's great. Steven, like, let's try this, let's try that. He'd be so frustrated, and it was so funny. We had so many cues. We could just look at each other and know what was going on. By the end of it, it was hard for both of us not to blow our top. I mean, we're both men that are used to being in control. I think of our lives start to finish. So it was a struggle, having no control over anything.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, that like my worst hatred in life ever since I can remember is shopping and trying on clothes. And I was stuck in that 2 hours a day every single morning. It was like the hardest mental test I have had yet. And I know that sounds bad, but I swear it actually was. Hey, like
first world problems.
Yeah, I mean, trying on clothes for 2 hours a day, not my cup of tea.
Yeah. The good news out of it all is, I guess, how does it feel for y'all two to be the most successful couple of any dating reality show?
Honestly, I think that's something we need to carry on.
Dude, I would do it too. Dale and I have a bromance. Maybe we can make this like a four-mance.
There we go. Let's go. We're making T-shirts.
Never had a four-mance before.
Yeah, that'd be a first time there. But they, honestly, throughout the entire show, from day one, we hit it off. and even the girls on the show noticed it. Like Kurt and I would just be hanging out with each other, and obviously on the show, any dating show, you have connections with women that, the romantic connection is not really there. And I would say out of the 20 women that were first there, Kurt and I had actual they're pretty cool with 5 or 6 of them, and then the rest of them were just friends. I mean, they're all great women, but just not a romantic connection. So. You have to fake quite a bit. Yeah, you're doing a little bit for the TV, but the bromance that Kurt and I had was organic from moment 1 of night 1 and lasted.
Yeah, you could tell that. I think that's why guys that liked it, because one, you're just some normal dudes, and it resonates. Like I said, you know my background, Steven. I was on a reality show too, and that's kind of how I'm just acting a fool on there, and people see that I'm being myself, and that was what that's what they like to see. They like to see authentic, genuine people, and I'm just talking shit to little kids like I do adults, and it goes over well,
Yeah,
I will say Steven was a way better. I've got no poker face, so I had a hard time, connecting with some of these women, because I was just, if I was out, I was kind of out. And
dude, you're making out with all of them too. Good for you.
Dude, Steven was. I only made out with like 5 actually the whole time.
Dude, I texted him one night. I was like, dude, really? I said, you got to hide your kids, hide your wife. He's kissing everybody that night.
He's kissing everybody.
There was one time where Sally Ann, the producer, came in, and she's like, yeah, we're not going to show. No, I was like, wait, what? No, she's like, hey, you need to slow it down a little bit. Like, everyone on TV is going to think you're a man whore here, and we're trying to make you out to be a good guy.
Yeah. And that was the best part, is I was getting shit. All these women were giving me shit. I was like the playboy. I was the one always causing issues. Steven was this sweet little farm boy. I'm like, he's the one making out with all y'all, causing all the trouble. Yeah. Y'all are all still coming at me.
Yeah.
He was trying to do triple kiss like old real world stuff,
There was a night, this scene didn't make the cut, unfortunately, but all the women got back on their bus to head back to the house, and I guess one of them, I think it was Amanda, was like, raise your hand if you kiss Steven tonight, and literally every single hand on the bus went up.
Dude, the bus driver rose his hand. Frank was good looking.
Yeah.
Hey, he got in the crosshairs.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, no one was safe.
Everyone.
Yeah. Hey, I did see. Well, I listened to that. I guess one of the first podcasts y'all done with that Reality Steve or whatever.
Yep.
And y'all talked about. I know your birthday was on there, and you said they cut out some stuff that was probably too risque for TV. So y'all got wild that night.
Yeah, we had some fun. So I did, especially. Kurt set it up for me. He teed it up for me. So we were sitting around. What was it? Playing Truth or Dare? Is that what we were doing?
Dare.
Dare or Dare. Yeah.
Dare.
Yeah.
Dare. Ain't no truth about it.
Just do it.
Yeah, and it got pretty fun. I had a nice little lap dance. I actually said I got 2 cakes that night, and both of them were pretty solid. Had a gal bake me a cake, and then went ahead and gave me a little lap dance along with it. So it was a pretty fun night for me.
They were pretty good. I'm glad to edit some stuff, because we had some naughty moments on the show that I'm pleased didn't make the cut.
Yeah. Complete embarrassment if it would have shown.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, the funny thing was, once the season as it progressed, was seeing you guys come up on memes, because I would send them to y'all. They had some funny ones, man. Especially Kurt, usually with his shirt off, sitting around a bunch of chicks in a hot tub or something.
Yeah. Kurt had the best ones. The memes with Kurt were hilarious.
I saw last week was funny. The video we need to teach how to skip a rock, apparently, because you got some flack for that.
That shit is so funny.
That was the first episode. I didn't think about it at the time, but man, whenever that first episode aired, I caught so much flack for that. They're like, wow, this idiot, he's not even a farm boy. He doesn't even know how to skip a rock. I'm like, literally, the director told me to grab the biggest rock I could find, and instead of skipping it, he wanted me to make the biggest splash.
Oh man!
I think that was the funny part, is for 2 semi-intellectual guys, we're actually really dumb at the same time, and just kind of goofy, and I remember when that aired, I was actually up in New York with my buddy watching that first episode, and I was cackling, we were just rolling, laughing. I sent him a clip of it. It was just, I don't know why, that just got me.
I seen you trying to defend it on Instagram. That's even better.
I did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was my first insult that I had taken from the show, and I was like lashing. I was like, no, they told me to do that.
That was part of the show, man. I can skip rocks. Watch this video.
How's the podcast going for you guys? How's this been running?
Dude, it's been fun. It's this is y'all are episode 12.
Okay.
Man, I wanted to do something, and then I mean, like I said, the Dale Not Dale thing kind of came about because we met a couple years ago because they said that we looked alike, and we met, and we were like, oh shit, we do, and then we act alike, and so I was like, and then it kind of came up like, let's do a podcast, and then the name came about. We had a story, and then dude, we went all in. I mean, we're quitting our jobs tomorrow. It's full podcast. We're gonna do full Rogan.
No.
Joe Rogan it.
Yeah. We have 295 days left. Okay, we gotta work for 295 more days.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and then moving into the van and traveling cross country doing podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're getting divorced, selling our kids.
Yeah, we'll stop in Missouri forever. We'll come to Charlotte.
Yeah,
Come hang out with you
come
guys.
on up here.
Yeah, I love Charlotte.
No, so that's kind of how this all started, and then I was like, man, I know enough people that I've connected with, and then that I've talked to, like luckily got you guys on. It's just we're getting to meet and talk to cool people that other people want to see.
Yep.
Just kind of helps get this started. I mean, really to where we kind of kickstart that, and then then you got a blue check. So I just send anybody messages, hope they bite.
The power of the blue check, let me tell you.
I can actually, after having it, it is not quite as powerful as I thought. I still get ghosted by several women that I shoot my shot with.
I'm gonna send out a PSA. Anybody's left Steven on red, hit me up. We're gonna start something.
Yeah, that's right.
And then it's embarrassing. Then there's just a blue check sitting there on red.
Oh man.
Yeah, go back and unsend that message. Thank you, Instagram.
It's what I do every time before it ends up
I
screenshotted.
sent a message to Chipper Jones like 4 years ago. He still ain't responded.
But he's going to.
That's right.
He's going
That's
to.
right. Yeah, it was
That's
funny story
awesome.
actually. So y'all know, obviously, big country music fan. I like Morgan Wallen, one of the best.
Yeah.
He's the best, right? So I sent him several messages over the years, and then when I had the blue check, I was like, oh yeah, like I got this in the bag. He's gonna come here and hunt with me, and no response, right? So Cal and I, back in May, we broke up. The very next day, she sends me a screenshotted video of him sliding up in her DMs. I was like,
No way.
I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I wasn't even mad. I wasn't even mad that he'd sent a message to her. I was mad that he didn't respond to me. Yeah, he responded to her,
Over
not
you.
me. Yeah. I was like, I'm sitting here
way.
with like 180-inch deer, and I can't get a response.
I mean, you're a good looking dude, but I think Cal's got you beat, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the latest with that, man? I like I said, I've talked to her, here and there between y'all with the show and stuff like that. But what's the latest with y'all? I mean, I've seen y'all hanging out recently, and was that Nashville, wherever y'all were at, or somewhere?
We're in Missouri together. We're in
Missouri.
and Dallas together.
Yeah, and Dallas together. Yeah, so we broke up back in May. Still very, very close friends. Had reconciled some things. I don't know right now where things are, but yeah, she's awesome. Like really, really cool person.
That's cool.
It ended up working out really well from the show. Like, I'm gonna be honest. During the show, we didn't know these women from Adam, even at the tail end of it. Like even at the finale, what you see on camera. As soon as the camera turns off, they shuttle you away, and there's no communication whatsoever. So it's not like there's any romantic connection. I mean, Kurt and I felt like little 8th graders again. We'd come home and be like, dude, we kissed like 3 women. Like we kissed them, like that was the extent of our romance. And so there wasn't a whole lot of true connection on the show. And so to find that Cal and I actually hit it off after the show, was pretty impressive. Like I was shocked. She's actually a really, really cool person.
Yeah, y'all got screwed on that show not having a fantasy suite.
Oh, that was like, and I'll say, I mean, the first day they came in there and they threw condoms in Kurt and I's drawers beside our bed. And that, you want to talk about getting a couple dudes excited? Like, we're like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then what we didn't know, there was a security guard in our house 24/7. The women were not allowed to come to our house ever. Like, not at all.
Yeah.
was,
I think they just had to do that for legal purposes.
yeah, they actually had to do the condoms for legal purposes, but it was a blue ball of the worst degree.
Oh,
How do you feel about your parents watching that, man?
You know, there were some times that were a little awkward. Thankfully, like Kurt said, they cut out a lot of the risque pieces.
Okay.
So it wasn't as bad. You know, watching it next to my mom whenever I was making out with a bunch of women got a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Honestly, I've done worse things in my life, so
Yeah.
my parents at this point are.
I mean, hey, at the end of the day, you're on a reality show. This ain't a church service, man. This is made for this kind of stuff. So, you know, you're gonna get that kind of product. That's what they want, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
That's exactly.
Yeah, and that's what it was. I mean, we really took it for what it was. I think neither of us was building our identity around Joe Millionaire, and I think it might happen with people in other shows and get caught up in it. So I think our families both kind of just saw it for how we saw it. So.
Well, yeah, if you guys use it just as a stepping stone for you guys already successful, it helps. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and that was what we thought going into that. Like literally day one, whenever we got back from filming, we were right back at work. You know, having our own companies. We didn't, you know, like Kurt said. I think a lot of people, whenever they get cast on a reality TV show, they're like, "This is it." Like, you know, this is what my life is now. This is what my life revolves around. That's not the case. I mean, there's not a whole lot of money to be made when you're on reality TV unless you hit it off like, you know, Duck Dynasty or something wild like that. For the most part, kind of these lower level reality shows that don't get that type of viewership or hit it that hard, you go back to your day job the day you get back, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I've been on the show for 7 years, and you know, I'm a sales director in the industrial field, and I'll go see, and they know who I am, or they recognize me, and they're like, "You still working?" I'm like, "Dude, it don't pay that well. Trust me.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to work, I wouldn't be. I'd be playing golf every day. Trust me."
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And it's not that. Oh,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's not like we necessarily did the show quite as a stepping stone. I mean, I did think, you know, I'd find love. I didn't think I'd find it on the show. I thought, look, if I'm gonna find it, this will probably open me up to then, you know, finding the right girl down the road.
So you used it as a stepping stone for your love life.
For my love life, yeah.
Hey there, dude.
I mean, no shame in it.
Nope.
Tinder's got to be blowing up right now for old Curly boy.
Shit. I didn't even have an online dating profile before. I'm old school.
No, it was bad. We didn't even have Twitter, so we had to Fox had to train us up on how to tweet.
Oh no, dude, you were pretty active on there too. I was proud of you.
So we had some help. So it was like two of us running the account on nights that we would air. I was running it, and then I had a Fox person that was running it. So we were just hammering out tweets.
We did that a lot. We did a lot of live tweeting. Every episode we live tweet it because man, like I said, the show had a big following. So
I was
people
gonna say,
from
you
all
guys
over.
had a serious following on your show, didn't you?
Yeah. It's a big following, and so you know, for me, I like talking to people. I've always responded to DMs and people, and they say something funny, or I don't have many people come at me, but when they did, I would like their comment or pin it or retweet it because it's just funny. It's like I don't care, you know.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing, my brother-in-law, when they say something mean about him, I'd retweet it. He'd get pissed off at me because.
I will say, man, people are hilarious. Sometimes the comments, people are so damn clever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I appreciate them. I want all the bad stuff too. It's fun.
Kurt and I were always laughing. We'd send the worst ones about each other to each other, and we'd laugh about it. It's funny, but it does sting a little bit. It's funny. It stings a little bit, but it's funny.
Yeah, they really know how to cut deep.
Oh yeah. They have no couth. They just say whatever too.
Oh yeah.
This whole social media stuff, when Dale and I put together this podcast, I literally have no social media.
Wow.
I had nothing. So now when we're, I don't really watch TV. I didn't have social media. So for the past, we're going on 12 weeks now. I have to catch up with what I missed for the last 18 years. It's been amazing. And those YouTube comments, if I'm ever having a good day, I'm going to go read YouTube comments and I'll just feel worse about myself.
Oh,
hey, little backstory on him. He was actually a male model in his teens.
I knew that was coming.
Abercrombie, Wieners, Mervyn's.
Still under contract. I'm thinking I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Back?
Yeah, they're coming back
Dude,
to
I
the
think so,
middle-aged
man.
release of their new line.
Abercrombie's actually eating up some of the market share these days. They've really made
Dude, Abercrombie's coming back.
Well, I don't get. I saw somebody with an Abercrombie shirt the other day, and I laughed inside.
Yeah,
Just do people still wear that?
I popped in probably about 3 weeks ago. I mean, there's some decent stuff in there, and the quality's there. I mean, I remember back in the day, and I was always, I was broke, growing up. So I remember people had like Abercrombie's, like, damn, those are nice stuff.
I know.
But yeah, they made a comeback.
I actually got a cardigan and something else from it because they don't have the big logos anymore. So I actually got nice stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like the oversized T-shirts. They got some stuff that's kind of cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to tell anybody it's Abercrombie.
Yeah, it's the no logo is a game changer. I hate when people put their logo like all over T-shirts and stuff. Or all over fucking hats. And
yeah, it's horrible.
It's horrible. Trucks and helicopters.
I'm just going,
If the name's on it, man, it's a tax write-off. You got to.
That's right. That is exactly right.
Actually, no. I think I'm gonna put mine on my truck. So.
There you go.
No, I'll put either one of y'all's companies on the side of my truck.
Right.
Just let me know.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, send some decals, boys. We're gonna be pimped out. I'm gonna give me a McBee wrap.
Yep,
My whole truck.
I'm gonna get a
I think these could really sell. These McBee farm and cattle hats.
I like that hat. Yeah,
Yeah, they ain't
kind
bad.
of jealous.
I'll send you one, Dan. And Dan.
I need to get you. I'll get y'all shirt size too. We just came out with our podcast shirts. We'll send y'all each a T-shirt.
All
So
right,
I can rep.
Perfect.
They look good with your skinny jeans.
They do.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing I wrote down. I know I picked on it early. Like, I was like, Steven, how's it feel to be depicted as shorter than Kurt on the show for a while?
All right.
He's still pissed.
I am, because in like all of the different thumbnails and things that they posted, it would literally be like Kurt was up here and I was 8 inches shorter. Like there was multiple thumbnails like that.
You know what? Too also in the so where we used to sit for the double interviews, and I never really noticed this because we don't really ever see the other side of the camera, but it was on a weight bench, like an old school one. Where the butt area was kind of raised a little bit, so I was probably like sitting up a half inch higher. Because we're really not that. We're not really not.
He's got me on. He's got me a little bit on height, but
I got him a little bit. But I think I got a longer torso. I'm all torso, and so that's why I look taller than I'm sitting in the interview chair.
Yeah,
that's
I
funny.
wasn't happy about it.
We would do that when we're on the show, and we do those like like on the fly interviews that are out and about.
Oh yeah,
and they'd have my wife who's 5'2" and I'm 6'2", and they'd have her standing on an apple box like my highlight. I'm like,
really?
She's not 6'2". Like I know you want this look, but it looks dumb. Like,
yeah.
She's not that tall.
Yeah, dating a giant over here.
Yeah. That's the thing.
That's Steven on the apple box.
Yeah. That's right.
I figure. That's what. Yeah, I'll meet people out in public. They're like, "Man, I thought you were bigger." I'm like, "Dude, I'm 6'2", 215." But I'm next to my brother-in-laws. They're like 5'7" and a bunch of 3-year-olds. So I look like Shrek next to these kids.
You look like a giant. Yeah.
That's actually, when I meet people now, the show definitely depicted me to be short because every time I'm walking out, they're like, "Man, you're taller than you looked on TV." And I'm like, "I'm not short. Like, I don't know why I was depicted as being like 6 inches shorter than Kurt."
Well, it didn't help. It didn't help. We had the salty one there was running around. She's like, they're definitely not 6 foot tall. Who was that girl?
Monica.
Yeah. She was so upset that
we sent her home. Yeah.
She was mad at your Wikipedia, said a 6 foot.
Yeah, it said I was there like they're not 6'1" or 6 foot. She was like running all over the internet trying to tell everyone how short we were.
Yeah.
Like we're not. I mean, we're not tall, but we're not short.
Yeah.
We're pretty average.
Yeah. Don't discount
That's
me.
hilarious.
She also was like 6'1".
She was taller than us.
Oh.
Yeah, she was. Hang on.
Yeah. You just give a little dead space, and the truth comes out. So what I guess I'm going to ask a little bit about the show too. What do you think the best thing to come out of it was? So after this whole situation, what is the best thing now, other than blue check marks and being able to slide into DMs a little better?
I mean, honestly, for me, I think the best thing has come out of it has been me and Steven's relationship and the, the opportunities that we're going to have together through this, and both in business and our personal lives. So, I mean, my life has already been enriched from it. Really nothing from Fox or anything. They've done, really nothing for us. Even the blue check shirt, we might give it a little notoriety. And I know Steven probably has too. I've had plenty of people approach me to, hey, you want to do this, you want to influence that. And I'm not really interested, never was before. I think if I do push anything, it's going to be my own, my own brand or my own companies. And I know Steven feels the same there.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely, coming out of the show, best thing to come from it was meeting Kurt and the relationship we've been able to maintain. And I mean, we see each other 2 or 3 times a month. Feels like damn near. And to that point, as far as like any financial gains or anything like that to come from the show, they're like, we don't talk to Fox anymore. We appreciate them having us, but yeah, I mean, there was nothing more to come from that. And I think Kurt and I are going to have some pretty big things coming here, especially in the very near future. So
how crazy is it when you guys go out together, like in Nashville, seeing y'all partying? I'm sure it causes a little chaos.
Steven gets noticed way more than I. I don't know what it is. I think because I had the ponytail most of the show.
You had the man bun the entire time.
Dude, man bun was tight, dude.
Thanks.
I loved it.
But dude, it's hard to pull off. You did it.
I did it I had it for a long time, so it was time to go. I might bring it back. We'll see. That's the nice thing about it, being in my industry. I can do whatever the hell I want with my hair. But yeah, people notice Steven a lot because I change my facial hair all the time. I'll wear a hat. I never had a hat on the show. But we're out together. It's always they come after Steven first, and then they're like, "Oh, you're here too."
Well, so Kurt wears his hair down like 90% of the time that I've seen it, and on the show they wouldn't allow that. So he had his hair in a man bun, and they kept us pretty clean shaven for the most part. And so coming off the show, nothing really changed about me. Like I looked the exact same that I did on the show, and then Kurt, I think the first couple months post show, had this giant caterpillar on his lip, and then wore his hair, had his hair down with a hat on. So, he did not look quite like he did on the show. It was a little different for people to look at.
That's awesome. You look like a rock star construction guy.
Wow. Man, I was just going back to my look, prior. It's funny. Everyone was like, "Oh, did you do that mustache because of Top Gun?" I was like, I've been rocking this stash my whole life.
That's funny, man. So, hey, you're from North Carolina, right?
Yeah, well, I'm from Pittsburgh originally, but
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we moved down here. Family moved down here when I was 12, so I've been here for 21 years.
So I guess you got to tell me your favorite song was by P.D. Pablo, "Raise Up," huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's your ringtone? Don't lie.
And Nelly. Getting hot in here.
There you go.
It's a good song.
I'm going to be honest, I don't even know that song.
P.D. Pablo, you don't know? North Carolina. Come on and raise up. And then, Nelly. And then Nelly's from here. He lived in around Charlotte. He's part owner. I think is he still part owner in the Hornets? Huh. He was part owner in the Bobcats. I don't know if he's still part owner in the Hornets or not.
Only rap Steven knows is Florida Georgia Line.
Oh, come on now.
And Brantley Gilbert.
No,
and Brantley Gilbert. Yeah, I think he's great.
Hey, so you're boys with what's his name? Dylan Scott, right?
Scott.
I've seen y'all hunt. I see y'all hunting with him. He seems like a cool cat, man. I've been following him for a while as well.
Yeah, super cool dude, super good dude. And what's funny is I had all these relationships before the show with Dylan, a bunch of other guys from the country music scene, Riley Green, Dustin Lynch. And then, they seen me go on the show and they were laughing because they're like, but Steven got his little moment of fame and it came from a talentless situation. Like I have no talent whatsoever. I was literally put on TV because I suck at dating. And so the world got to witness that.
Hey man, good for you. That's a good group of friends to be having, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a good group of guys.
What you got?
We just lost our spot on our questions here.
No, you good.
Which is pretty normal. But I guess, so whenever y'all are, I guess when the show was over, was there ever, like I know for Dale and I, we've started since this has kind of gone on, we've gotten a little bit of, most of it's local, support. We've had a lot of support. We had the idea hey, let's do this podcast together. And then I think after it took off, it was like, you know what, we need to do something like branding, a new clothing line. Have y'all had any of that conversation of, kind of something y'all were going to collaborate with, do together?
It definitely some stuff we're both plugging away at. Steven's a consummate entrepreneur. I had, me and a buddy had actually ironically been brainstorming a fashion line prior to the show. And actually, when I was just in Nashville this weekend, I was meeting with the factory out there. So, yeah, I've got some stuff going in the fashion department. And we might even ask Steven to come in with some investment money on it just to get it going
advice.
Here. Yeah.
He goes, hear me out, guys. Cargo skinny pants.
Yeah.
Let's go. They're practical and stylish.
Yeah.
We're gonna make him fashionable. So
you got two models right here. If y'all need us, just let us know.
Perfect.
I'll let you know, man. It's gonna be some really unique stuff. It's that's kind of my passion. I think I'm a builder at heart. It's in my blood. Probably will always do that. It's even a bit of my persona. However, fashion is something I've always been passionate about, and I think will be a little bit more of my artistic expression. So I'm definitely going to utilize, obviously, the platform I have now and push that. So timing for everything has been really nice.
Depending on what kind of way you go, I got a buddy of mine in my hometown in Lake Charles, actually, that has a place called Iron Shop Provisions, and it's men's boutique. Man, he's got all the cool stuff. Man, so he made his own. He went with one of his manufacturers, made his own jean, like the raw denim, and man, they're sick. But he does a lot of that high end stuff. Stuff that you're going to spend $150 on a t-shirt. $400 jeans. But it's nice stuff to where if you're looking at going into that direction in stores, I could hook you up with that guy. But he's involved a lot of designers and does stuff all over. It might be somebody worth talking to eventually.
For sure, I think that's where we want to land. We want to be a unique American designer, and we want to hang out in boutiques. We'll start online, obviously, direct to consumer, but that's where we'd like to be. Some really high end boutiques who curate to a higher end clientele.
Yeah, so he does some like Japanese stuff, but a lot of things he's been doing is meeting with American manufacturers and like some of the ones that are coming back.
Yep.
So I'll have to get with you after this. I can try to maybe connect you guys because he may be somebody you just maybe bounce some ideas off of because he's done it and he's successful, man. He makes a killing. He just opened another store in New Orleans. I seen.
Oh, nice.
So he's doing well. So I'll shoot you his Instagram profile, something like that. You can check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, we're trying to think of what we can do. Like I said, we're trying to take advantage of this and kind of build something we can do that's fun, and then we don't know what it's going to turn into. Like I said, we're just kind of taking it a day at a time.
Like I said, there's a lot of money in merch, and I think if Steve and I keep pushing along on some of these ideas we've got for kind of our own little series show, we can get a pilot going, get it pitched to the right maybe network or someone. I think there's so much money in just branding like shit like this. How you could sell McBee Farm and cattle hats all over the place,
Yeah, for sure. No, there is. I would say that even though I have a large following right now, I'm not necessarily influential on my following, because if you look at my companies right now, I have a farming and ranching business in the middle of the Midwest, and then I have a meat snack brand that is an e-commerce business, and then my car washes are obviously you have to be local to the car wash to go to them. But if you look at the meat snack brand and the farming and ranching operation, a lot of my following is actually vegan, which I have nothing against vegans, but they will never buy any meat snacks from me, which sucks.
Dude, no, that does not surprise me because those people, they want to just follow somebody that's like not vegan, or I'm sorry, that is so different from them just because they know like how good it's gonna taste.
It is hilarious. Even half the girls in the show, when they came out to Steven's farm, and they were appalled at all the animals on his wall.
When y'all walked in there, it looked like the killing fields. I can imagine these girls.
What's funny is like there's a gym connected to the house, and like we had to move. We had like full life-size bear mounts, like all hog mounts. I mean, all these different mounts, and we had to move all those to the gym before the girls got there. So all they came into was just deer on the wall, and I'm like, this ain't even like a tenth of what's usually here.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine the social media flack you got from that because I posted an animal I killed. Man, this was like 4 years ago, and dude, it got out of hand. Well, it was like me spooning a deer. You know, it was like it was like I guess it was disrespectful, but like it's like what do you? I'm not serious, you know. So,
right.
but
they get worked
the
up
TV
over
producer
that.
called me. He's like, hey, what do you think about that post? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
whatever. He's like, yeah, probably should take it down.
It was a live deer.
Oh, that's funny. That's
Hey,
funny.
so Dale was showing me today. We had lunch, kind of just brainstorming a couple questions. Dale was showing me the McBee car wash and coffee,
Yep.
and so for me, that's a genius move right there. How did that come about?
So, you look at the car wash side. Car wash industry is very, very solid right now. It's getting saturated, but it's still a solid market. And so we're looking at it like, man, how can we bring more value to the customer to where, a customer, yes, we can say we have the best equipment, and we do. We have the best equipment package on the market, the best chemical on the market. But if you're a normal customer, a car wash is a car wash is a car wash. So how do you differentiate it? And we're like, what could we add on to someone that wants to be quick going through the car wash, doesn't want to use up a lot of their day, and can kill two birds with one stone? And we're like, what about coffee? Like, everyone's waiting in line at Starbucks. Why can't we give them a Starbucks quality coffee while they're going through the car wash and knock out that time for them, get them back on the road, get them back to their everyday life to where they're not spending 30 minutes in a Starbucks line?
Yeah, you can take coffee to go without a to-go box. It's a genius idea. I don't know why I haven't ever seen one, but here we go.
Yeah,
it's just another great idea that somebody stole.
Yeah.
That's right.
Don't forget. He had to throw the dog wash in there too, just for the just for the Instagrammable moments.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey Kurt, so you're SoCo group. So when did you start that? How long ago was that?
So I had a holding company I was running some small jobs out of actually for about a year, and I was still superintendent, just kind of building it. And then SoCo Group, really not even 2 years ago did I start SoCo Group. Really
commercial.
Yeah, so it took me a while to figure out where I wanted to take the company as a general contractor. I was doing a little bit of residential, doing a little bit commercial, kind of anything I get my hands on. But where I've driven the company is just doing commercial interiors and commercial upfits, and now I'm offering design build services. So, I put together a good team of architects and engineers, and my goal is to kind of be the dominant design build guy here in Charlotte, and then take that into different cities. So, just breaking into the food bev. Got a little bit of medical going on. That's a good space to be in. And then eventually I want to get in like Class A office and stuff like that. So it's a good model, I think, for a GC.
It's geared more towards kind of the commercial side of it all. And
Yep. Yeah. My ideal space is coming in after a developer comes in, maybe builds a strip mall or a medical park. They've got a cool dark shell. I come in and I design it and build it out. So it's a good.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say it's just a good kind of business model for me that I can handle with minimizing my risk and liability. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually in the multifamily sector, so I'm the vice president of sales for Construct GC. It's exterior renovations, interior upgrade. It's not bricks and sticks, but it's just remodel for multifamily investors. So it's a great business, man. I enjoy it. It's a lot of stress. How you went 8 weeks without having a phone for 8 hours a day? I don't know how you did that.
Oh, man, there was mornings. I mean, he was. You were working on a historical home at the time. You were finishing up the historical home, and this historical home was giving him fits. I mean, he was on the call every single morning, about to pull his hair out, and the producers were like, "Kurt, we need you in the interview room," and he's like, this is real life. Like, this is me paying my bills. Unless you want to come pay them for me, I'm going to stay on this phone call.
Yeah, it was brutal. It's not for the faint of heart, man. I mean, shit. Even today, and Steven, I think, has talked about this before. being an entrepreneur, it's the highest highs and the lowest lows. And man, sometimes it's just nothing but lows. and especially in construction, it is not for the faint of heart. Stuff fucks up every day, every fucking day, trying to just herd cats sometimes. So it's stressful, but I think I'm keeping the end goal in mind, and I'm getting the hang of it.
The construction industry, I always tell everybody, whenever you find out there's an issue, it's already too late. And that's exactly what happens.
Hey, so I grew up working construction for my dad. He built like schools and hospitals. I'd be like 14, 15, work for him in the summers, and I would get to work, and he'd be like, "Get out of my sight till lunchtime." So that's what I did. I just went and hit around, sat, pushed a broom around.
Yeah, man.
It was all I did. But I was on the construction site I was getting bullied by guys out of the halfway house that I was the boss's son. You can imagine I grew up pretty quick.
Yeah, that's honestly why I started running so much and why I enjoy running, because it's like one of in those days that I can't catch a win. At least I have control of that, and I can get my win of the day. Just feel a little bit better.
There you go. I need to start running.
Yeah, Von's not much for a fitness guy.
I need to quit being sedentary.
Yeah, man. So we've been at about 50 minutes, dude. I know you guys. We appreciate y'all's time. I don't want to keep y'all all night, but like I said, man, we appreciate y'all jumping on here with us. Had a good time, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Thank you guys for having us. We'll, as this thing grows out, have us back on, and hopefully we'll have some new things to talk about, new things to tell you, some exciting things coming online here in the next year for us both. So
absolutely, man.
Where are you guys at? Are you guys in Texas?
Yeah. We're about 30 minutes south of Houston.
Okay. All right.
So like I said, I'm from Louisiana. He's from here. We've been here about 7 years, me and my wife and kids. So yeah, man, we love it here. Texas has been awesome. It's been good for us. I'm in the oil and gas industry, so I'm kind of in the mecca. I'm right here. I mean, Ship Channel. This is where oil and gas is probably one of the biggest spots in America for sure.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here. But yeah, man, like I said, if you guys got some new stuff in the works, or once some new things start popping off, man, we'd love to get you guys back on, because I know people are gonna want to see. I know I'm gonna have people be surprised that we got you guys on here. So, like I said, we found 2 other guys that almost as good looking as us. So,
not quite. That was going to be tough to find.
I mean, hey, number 3 and number 4 on a 4-man podcast isn't that bad, guys.
It's not bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. So, no, man. So, like I said, I know we'd like to have you back on for sure. Man, like anything y'all got going on that we can help, and I'm all about promoting on my social media, dude. Kurt said he don't like to influence. Dude, I influence everything. You give it to me, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. We're both bad about it. It's so funny that I think even either of us did this. Like, sometimes I just like to be left alone and just kind of focus on what I got going on. But there is so much power in it, and I need to be better at it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I have fun with it, man. Like, it's more of I'm a super extrovert, so for me, I just like being out there, and it helps my ego at the end of the day. My wife's always pissed. Because we'd watch the show, like, same way. You guys, you're live tweeting. You can't really watch the show.
Not at all.
So we'd live tweet. I'm just like hearing sound bites, and I'm saying something smart ass, and then when we go. So then later that evening or the next day, I go rewatch the show, and I just fast forward it to my parts. And my wife gets so so you're so full of yourself. I'm like, dude, I just want to see what I said. It's funny,
Oh God, we've all gotten to fool yourself in the narcissist comments.
Oh yeah, nonstop.
Yeah. Hey man, that's part of it, dude. It's just a lot of jealousy out there, but like I said, I like to have fun with it. I don't take it too serious, man. When I say this stuff, it's joking, but it's funny,
Yeah,
part of the gig.
Yep,
absolutely.
I'd be jealous if I wasn't me too. So.
Yeah,
I get it.
That Wiener's catalog circa 1994.
I can pull off a pair of K-Swiss better than anybody y'all ever know.
I gotta see that picture.
Oh man, I got tons of them.
I'll
send them over.
We got you.
I'll autograph them.
Yeah, we got his portfolio. But yeah, man. Hey, Steve and Kurt, man, we appreciate you guys, dude. We had a fun time. like I said, this was nothing gonna be serious, man. We don't have any pre-screen questions. It's more of a little bro down.
Nope.
Yeah,
That's what we're all about.
Absolutely,
Awesome.
man.
Yep.
We bro down hard.
Yep. So this episode will be number 12. So we have one for next Tuesday, and so the following Tuesday this will be out. And so once it gets closer, I'll let you guys know, and it'll be on socials and stuff like that, and I'll get you guys tagged on some stuff. So we'd appreciate if you guys, if y'all share anything or whatever from it, we'd appreciate it, man.
For sure.
Yeah, sorry for dropping the F-bomb. I didn't realize this is a family show.
Oh no, no, you're good. With the power of editing, we can fix anything.
You should have did more.
Yeah.
The old blue collar just comes out of me really hard.
Hey, that's construction speak, man. I got it.
We can't tame that wild horse, Kurt.
No, you be you. We can bleep anything.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's no family show, man. Trust me. So, but like I said, we appreciate you guys, man. Like I said, that's just part of being yourself. I kind of watch myself because I could drop the F-bomb every third word because it's just how I grew up. But I don't.
Yeah, I know. I got some things to work on.
No, you good, man.
Sorry, you're totally fine. Man.
Yep. But yeah, thank you guys, man. Yep. We'll talk soon. I'll keep in touch, guys.
All right, sounds good. Have a good night, guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Later.